Assalamu alaikum, you're back in studio with me, Mushra Hartley, the editor of Modest Muse. We're watching Modest Muse in Review, where we're interviewing some phenomenal women today. My next guest in studio is Susie Germs. Now Susie, I can't explain in one sentence all about Susie, so we'll chat to her in the interview. But she's a Comrades runner, she's a psychology graduate, graduated with distinction. She's a mom. She's just an all-round phenomenal woman, and I am so honored to have her in studio with me today. Assalamu alaikum, Susie. How are you today?
Wassalam, Mushra. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Now, firstly, thank you for being so fabulous that we could have you as our muse of the week. I must say, I sat with a journalist, and it was so difficult to put this story together because we weren't sure what angle do we go with. Do we focus on the psychology degree graduating cum laude? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Do we focus on the Comrades? Do we focus on her and her husband doing the Comrades together? And then we just thought, let's encompass all of it under the umbrella of Islam, because this is where it started for you. Mm-hmm. You converted to Islam, was it 9 years ago?
Yes, actually it's pretty much bang on 9 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
So take us back to 9 years ago when Susie came to South Africa. Where did this all start?
It's so long ago. It started when I decided I needed to go on a holiday.
Okay.
I was studying, I was working almost full-time while studying, and I just kind of needed a break. So after researching a lot of different places, I really felt I needed to be in Cape Town. Something there just had to be in Cape Town. So I signed up for this work abroad program where I would be working in a scuba diving shop, and I would learn to scuba dive and things there.
And before that, you hadn't scuba dived and had knowledge of scuba diving?
Just really enjoyed swimming, love the water.
Okay.
So I came over in November, I believe it was November 2006.
Okay.
And and then I met my husband there at the dive shop. He was doing a dive master course.
So you were working there and he was doing the course there?
Yes, yeah. So he was kind of also like an instructor for me because he was much more advanced.
Okay.
But it didn't last like that. Eventually I became more.
You wore the pants.
Yeah. And then we became friends. We kind of did similar things together, and he really invited me along to different sporting things with him, like hiking. We did a lot of hiking and bodyboarding and scuba diving, of course. And we did a lot of that together. Then eventually,
and then this blossomed into a romance.
Yeah.
So who proposed? Because I chatted to your hubby last night about the article, and he was like, I didn't propose, she proposed to me.
Yeah.
So did the wearing the pants go to the proposing as well?
It was a bit complicated. He basically told me that wanted us to be together and things, but he didn't want to put pressure on me because, I'm from Canada, it's the other side of the world.
Yes.
I'd have to leave my whole family and everything like that.
It's a lot to do.
Yeah, so he didn't want to do that. So we kind of just said how much he would like us to be together, and then kind of left it at that, and then
okay.
Yeah.
And now here you are. Did you immediately convert to Islam, or did you wait till after the wedding ceremony? And then just tell us a bit about the not changing your name.
The conversion to Islam was, I think,
and was it easy?
Yeah, a lot of the basic fundamentals of Islam, I always believed, deep down. We're all born Muslim, you know how that goes and things. And it's true for me, especially. So it was a very easy, it was almost like a natural thing for me. Saying the actual Shahada was a lovely moment. My mother was here and my husband's family, they were all crying and everything. It was really beautiful. It was really nice. But it was easy for me to adopt, and things. The hardest part, as it was stated in the article, was out in public in the scarf. I got a lot of stares and things when I was out, and I had to kind of overcome that. But alhamdulillah, now I've got a bit more confidence in wearing my scarf and things, and I'll smile and greet the people rather than feel embarrassed and shy and whatever.
So then you got married 9 years ago, and then you started studying psychology about a year into the marriage?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just recently, you graduated.
Yes.
And also around that time, you had a baby.
Yes.
So how did you cope with all of this?
It's quite funny. I had terrible morning sickness. I'd have to, before I wrote my exams, go deal with that before, and then go write my exam, get done as quickly as possible, because then I'd have to go, vomit in the toilet again. After I'd be writing 9 months pregnant, and I couldn't write in the desk because my belly was so big, so I couldn't write properly. But alhamdulillah, it all worked out,
It does sound like through all your achievements that you've really got a phenomenal partner.
Yes.
Really supportive. And,
yes.
In your story, you share how with your second baby, Danielle, you had a bout of postnatal depression.
Yes.
And this is where the running started.
Yes.
So please tell us a bit about that.
It was a very dark time for me, and I really wanted to feel better. I did some research. Healthy eating, exercise seemed to be the main thing that would help, and just have to wait it out, unfortunately, until the hormones settled and stuff. So I told my husband, I really want to start running now. Can we please put something in place that
you weren't an avid runner before that?
No, I did some running. I always wanted to do the Two Oceans Ultra Marathon, so I did a little bit of running before I was married, but it never progressed further than,
So you just started, you ran immediately, or did you start brisk walking?
I couldn't really run. I was very heavy, so I would just walk, brisk walking, which eventually progressed to walk, run, until I could run for a certain period, a certain length.
And then it was was it 2 years after really starting to run that you did your first Comrades?
Yeah, not quite 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. Did Tariq and you do the Comrades together the first time, or was it only now, this one?
Yeah, only this one. Tariq was never interested in running. He's a cyclist.
So I know Tariq, and he's an avid cyclist, but then I saw these pictures on Facebook of you guys finishing the Comrades together, hand in hand.
Yeah.
That is, I think, the most romantic picture I've ever seen. And now you've also gotten my hubby to tell me, hey, you need to do sport with me. So how did it come about that, he's a cyclist, you the runner. How did you start running together?
The running together, well, we started also cycling together. We did the August together on tandem and things. It's really, I feel it's important that if you have a partner who is very active, it's easier to understand why they want to be active if you are also active yourself, and you can kind of bond over that. I know a few couples who say they've really grown together since they both started into some kind of sport. It's like a shared hobby. So Tariq wanted to do the Comrades one time in his life. He said apparently it's something everyone has to do once, so he's going to do that, and unfortunately it falls in the fast from next year. So he wanted to do it this year. It was only in about February that he actually said, I would like to run it with you if possible, because he's much faster than I am.
Even though he's not the runner.
He's a natural athlete. I have to work very hard to be good at anything. But he's natural. He's amazing, really amazing. But he said he would like us to run together, but the clincher was I had to run at least a 10:30 Comrades, which I'm not a fast runner. I can run far, but I can't run fast.
Pushed you out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
How did you manage?
One step at a time. Yeah, definitely. Just take it.
And again, having that partner, that rock, that support. Because I also saw pictures of him assisting you with your shoes.
Yes, he was great. I mean, people would actually say, Susie, you've done 3 already, and this is Tariq's first one, but yet he's pushing you up the hills and he's grabbing you the water and stuff. But shouldn't it be the other way around? And we just kind of laughed it off and things. But yeah, he was a huge help. I never would have performed so well without him beside me. And it was a lovely experience, really amazing.
Awesome. So, Susie, what's next? You just graduated. You've done back-to-back Comrades. You exceeded your personal best this year with the Comrades. So what's next for you?
I'm going to keep running, obviously. I love running. I'll still hopefully...
Another baby on the cards, maybe?
Inshallah, if it's in the plans, yes, I would be very happy if I was blessed with another baby, inshallah. But just take it one day at a time. Eventually, I'd like to study further.
Okay. To do your masters and honors.
Yes. But I've learned not to plan too hard, because as soon as you seem to be really excited about one plan, it's like Allah says, no, I got a different plan for you. So yes. Yeah, so just take it as it comes.
Susie, thank you for being our Muse of the Week. We can chat at length about your achievements. Any last words for women out there? You know, we wear many hats, and we go through dark days like you have had with the postnatal, and not all of us have partners that are as supportive maybe as your hubby. What advice do you have for women out there?
My advice would be that Islam can be a very powerful tool for women. Well, for anyone obviously, but it can be also for women, and it can actually bring you all the resources you need to achieve your dreams. It still work for you, but you know, you can use the religion. It shouldn't be a barricade to stop you from achieving your goals and your dreams. You can still do it in the proper way and in the right way that will bring the best results. So use it.
MashaAllah, that's a beautiful message, Susie. Thank you for joining us in studio.
Shukran for having me.
Honored to have you. And we're going to watch the space. I'm watching the space with eagerness. Thank you so much.
Shukran to you.
Shukran, that was Modest Muse interview. Please do catch us next week for another episode where we interview some more phenomenal guests.